With Red Bull's recent domination, it got me thinking, why doesn't Monster have a Formula One team? I initially started researching this video asking the question, why isn't Monster in Formula One? And then I realized they did sponsor Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton, and now they just recently announced a sponsorship with McLaren. And I think that's an important fact. It's easy to forget that they're in Formula One. Let's start with a bit of history of Monster to see how they became the massive company they are now. They were originally a juice company called Hanson's that started in 1935. They focused on juice for many decades until they finally released the Monster energy drink in 2002. As energy drinks became more popular throughout the 2000s and the Monster energy drink became one of its best sellers, the company rebranded to Monster Beverage Corporation. It now holds the second largest market share of energy drinks behind Red Bull. Monster has followed a similar path and trajectory to Red Bull. Like Red Bull, Monster sponsors many sports including the UFC, Premier League teams like Southampton, and MotoGP. One of their most well-known and lucrative deals was with Valentino Rossi and Yamaha in MotoGP. Their history of sponsoring motorsport teams doesn't stop there. They previously had a deal with the NASCAR Cup Series, and they have previously partnered with Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, and most recently McLaren in Formula One. If Monster is already in Formula One and it has a history of sponsoring motorsports teams, then why isn't there a Monster Formula One team? I think the answer to that question is simply that Red Bull exists. Red Bull has been an established sponsor in F1 since 1995 and has had a full works team since 2004, while the Monster energy drink only started in 2002. With Red Bull already having a larger market share and having an existing F1 team, I think it's a tough ask for Monster to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into a team and face off against their direct competitor. Monster can get more marketing value from sponsoring other sports and endeavors that Red Bull may be less prominent in. However, with the announcement of McLaren's and Monster's partnership, I wonder if Monster will be more prominent in F1. Will we see the colors of Monster influence McLaren's 2024 livery, even though it's not a title sponsor? We'll see. It'll be fun to see where Monster goes in F1 and how they stack up against Red Bull in the future.